You might be wondering, networking, will it work for me? Is it right for me to help grow my business? And that's what we're going to explore today in benefits of joining a networking group. Hi, my name is Tiffanie Kellog, author of the 4.5 Networking Mistakes, where we talk all kinds of things when it comes to networking. And so I'm excited to be sharing with you the benefits of being a part of a networking group. And I think there are a lot of benefits. Though we'll also talk in this video about the advantages and disadvantages of being a part of a networking group, the different types of business organizations, why networking is even important, and what is business networking and its benefits. And that's actually the reverse order of what we're going to go in, but they are there in the description below. So if you want to skip ahead to one of the topics, we can definitely do that. So let's dive right in with what is business networking and its benefits. So let's start with defining networking. And in Incentives Ignite Your Business, we say networking is the process of developing and activating your contacts to increase your business, enhance your knowledge, and expand your sphere of influence. So networking offers us an amazing opportunity to really connect with the right kind of people. And so to me, the benefit of doing networking, going to networking events, being part of networking groups, creating this community is that we're being able to expand our influence of people that we know. And it's not necessarily just a quantity thing. It's not let me meet a ton of people, but it gives us the opportunity to meet the right people out of all of those folks. So I love the idea of let's go networking to meet the right people. Why is networking important? Yes, to meet the right people. And I think when we think about joining a networking group, it gives us the opportunity to meet the 50, 100, 200, 500,000 people, however many people that are in the group. It gives us the opportunity to meet all of those different people. Though here's the thing when it comes to networking, it's not just about the people in the room. It's much more about who the people in the room know outside of the room. Because when I think about joining a networking group, my goal is not to sell to the members in the group. It's to sell through the members in the group. So I'm really looking to develop those long-term, meaningful relationships with the right people that can pass me business all day, every day. And so the networking groups, what I love about them is the opportunity to see each person on a weekly or monthly or quarterly basis, depending on the group. Because if we want those people in our network to buy from us, to refer to us, to support us, we're going to have to build trust with them. And I actually have another video on my YouTube channel all about how to build trust in your relationships, so you can check that out. Let's talk about the different kinds of networking organizations. Now, when it comes to networking groups, there are different forms of business organizations. And we like to talk about the fact that there are 7 different business organizations out there that you can be a part of when networking. I'm going to turn this over to me for a description of these 7 different types of groups. Casual contact networks. Casual contact networks are general business groups that allow many people from various overlapping professions. There are no restrictions on the number of people represented in any profession. These groups usually meet monthly and often hold mixers where everyone mingles informally. Casual contact networks may also hold other meetings where there are presentations by guest speakers on important business topics, or to discuss issues concerning legislation, community fairs, or local business programs. They sometimes have happy hours or ribbon cuttings. This sounds like the Chamber of Commerce, which is an amazing organization that gives people the opportunity to meet others within their community. Now, some chambers are more focused on the business, some more the social, some the economic, some the legislative. So there's different focuses within the chamber. So each chamber is a little bit different. Strong contact groups usually meet weekly for the purpose of exchanging referrals. They often restrict membership to only one person per profession or specialty, and tend to be more structured in their meeting formats than casual contact networks. Their meetings usually include open networking, short 30 to 60-second presentations, a couple longer presentations by the members, and a part of the meeting focused on referrals. This to me sounds a lot like BNI. And while there's other strong contact organizations out there, BNI still remains the largest and the strongest with, 60 some countries, 200, 300,000 members. I don't remember off the top of my head. I guess I should go look that up. It's a huge organization all around the globe, with the focus of generating referrals. And I love the fact that it's one per profession. So it's not about competition, it's about collaboration. Community service clubs. Community service clubs give you an opportunity to put something back into the community while doing business, making valuable contacts, and receiving good PR to boot. Community service clubs can be a fairly good source of referral-based business. Such groups exist primarily to serve the community. However, they can also provide an excellent opportunity for business people to meet regularly and develop relationships. Although there is almost no overt networking in service club activities, you can establish long-term friendships, which are critical to the success of a solid referral-based business. This to me is the Rotary, Kiwanis, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, okay, not really, but all the animals. These are groups where the movers and shakers are hanging out. And it is an investment. And so if we think about it, farming versus hunting, we are definitely planting seeds, and it's going to take a little bit of time for it to mature. But you can create some amazing relationships with the people inside of your community-based service organization. Professional associations are organizations built around a specific profession. Typically, they may have a national organization with chapters at the state and or local level. Now, what makes professional associations so powerful is we actually break it down to a PA1, a PA2, and a PA3. In the PA1, Professional Association Level 1, this is a professional association built around your profession. Typically, I think of this as an information and a support network. PA2 is a professional association built around your target market. And we like to say this is like shooting fish in a barrel, because you walk into the room and everyone there could potentially be a client of yours. And then the PA3, if PA2 is like shooting fish in a barrel, this is like shooting whales in a barrel. It's a professional association built around your contact sphere. Now, your contact sphere is a non-competing industry with the exact same target market. And so it's a room full of people that could be referring you all day, every day. Social organizations. So social organizations have absolutely nothing to do with business. So I don't have a fancy definition here for you on this. It could be things like your alumni association, car club, PTA, homeowners association, your church, little Timmy's soccer league. It's really a group that has nothing to do with business. Now, you may be thinking, how do I work a group like that if it's not about business? And that's a different conversation for a different day. In Incentives Ignite Your Business, we do talk quite a bit about how you can take this social organization and turn it into a referral generating group. Gender and ethnic organizations. Gender and ethnic organizations have been instrumental in shaping the nature of contemporary networking organizations. With the proliferation of women and ethnic business owners in the 70s and 80s and the difficulty they had in joining the old boys network in place, many formed structured, well-organized groups that met to network and provide professional support. These groups were created not as a service club, but as bona fide networking organizations. These inclusive organizations offer membership to people who share common beliefs, which give them a place to apply their passions. Just like casual contact groups, some are more focused on networking, some are more focused on the social. I am proud to be a member. Working Women of Tampa Bay is a women's organization that I am an active part of. It is, unfortunately, only in the Tampa Bay market. So if you're like, ooh, where's my local chapter? There's not. It's just here in Tampa. Though there are other amazing organizations, and whether it's the Central Caribbean Chamber of Commerce, the Hispanic Professionals Women's Association, there are lots of different opportunities when it comes to finding those type of groups. Online social media networking. From a business perspective, the ideal use for social media is to support building your brand and your credibility with the people you're connected to. It's about providing value for your connections and followers. It is important to offer them useful information balanced with a little personal insight. And whether you're talking about face-to-face networking or online networking, credibility and relationship building is still crucial to the process. Social media offers you a way to stay visible. And I think this online and social networking in 2021 is much more powerful and impactful than it was even just 2 years ago. We are in such a different place in the world, and it's given us an opportunity to not only do business here locally, also globally. So you can take the opportunity to connect with those people that you've met. Now, as you're watching, you may be thinking, oh, wow, 7, that's a lot. To me, the magic number, the number of groups you want to be a part of is 3. What I find is 4 or more, unless your only job is the marketing and selling in your business, that might be a little bit much for you actually to do the work. If it's only 1 or 2, you have a hard time cross-pollinating and supporting the other groups. So 3 seems to be the magic number. And I encourage you to pick 3 different types of group. You don't want 3 of all the same, because there's actually diminishing returns on your investment when it comes to networking. Now you have the different kinds of groups that you want to pick from. If you're not in any networking groups yet, I would pick 1 to start with before I got up to 3. Do 1, then do a second, then do a third. Though if you're in more, maybe you want to slim it down. We want to pick the right networking groups. And I've got a whole nother video on what's the right networking group for me. And let's talk, though, the last conversation, as I mentioned earlier, the advantages and disadvantages of business groups. Again, this is a Cliff Notes version of the conversation. I have a full video on YouTube that you can check out, but let's talk a little bit about the advantages and the disadvantages of networking groups. One of the major disadvantages of a networking group is the fact that it is work. I laugh. Dr. Ivan Meisner shares it's not net sit or net eat, it's net work. You actually are going to need to work the networking group. You're going to want to show up. You're going to want to be active. Can I be on a leadership role or a volunteer? Can I chair a committee? Can I work the concession stand or the table when people are signing in? I want to be seen. I want to be visible. And so it is going to take work. And to me, another disadvantage of a networking group is it's also going to take time. You're not going to show up, hey, Tiffanie here, where are my referrals? Where are my referrals? It's going to take you some time to generate the relationships that you're going to need that are going to purchase from you or refer to you. And maybe another disadvantage of networking event, which to me, it's not a disadvantage of a networking group. It's just the nature of it. I think a lot of times people think I'm going to go sell at a networking group when it's not sell to, remember, it's sell through the networking people. So we have that networking disconnect. So some people think I'm there to sell when really it's I'm there to develop the relationships. So why, if there are all these disadvantages, would I want to be a part of a networking group? That sounds horrible and miserable. I think networking organizations are a huge opportunity for us to develop the right relationships. I spent my first 2 years in business cold calling, and I'm good at it. I knock on doors. You want to buy a shirt? You want to buy a shirt? You want to buy some pens? And so it was low barrier, easy to sell. I'm good at it, but I hated doing it. Within a year of getting involved in networking, I was actually able to quit cold calling, which I was doing 80% of the time before, and just build my business by referrals. Now, what were the best groups for me? So BNI represented 78% of my business when I took a look, because I was evaluating all my different groups. And 78% of my business was coming from BNI. And another 18% of my business was coming from the Chamber of Commerce. And so those 2 groups alone were really feeding the majority of my business. And so did it take work? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. If almost 80% of my business is coming from my membership in BNI, is it totally worth me spending most of my marketing time working on those BNI relationships? And so I think that sometimes people think I'm a member of the Chamber, of Rotary, of BNI, of MPI, whatever it may be. I'm here, where's my stuff? But you're going to have to work it. And I 100% believe that it is worth it. I think the benefits of joining way, way, way outweigh. Okay, that wasn't the greatest grammar there, but you get me. The benefits way outweigh the cost involved. And I would much rather be a part of a networking group where I get to know, like, and trust the people than ever go back cold calling again. What do you think? What is the benefits for you with being a part of a networking organization? Do me a favor in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. And while you're down there, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Happy networking, y'all.